Welcome to the dojo, young samurai.
Konnichiwa. Welcome back, young samurai, to another Ninja Night Read. My name is Chris Bradford. I'm the author of Young Samurai series, and I'm going to be reading to you from my sampler, Young Samurai, The Way of Fire. Now, in chapter 5, which we read yesterday, was a final test. They just got through the Way of Fire. Well, some of them had, others had a few blisters on their feet like Saburo. And as they're going back through the graveyard, Akiko senses danger and she points into the darkness and says, that's the reason we should be going back to our sensei. Chapter 6, Ambush. From behind the moss-covered tombs, shadows were rising out of the mist. The students huddled closer to one another, terrified by the nightmarish apparitions. Suddenly, 3 ninja, dressed head to toe in black hooded shinobi shizoku, sprang from the forest. They landed among the students, their weapons drawn. Jack realized this couldn't be a random attack. The ninja had been waiting for them, which meant only one thing to Jack. Dragon Eye must have sent these assassins. His nemesis had somehow discovered he'd left Kyoto and the safety of the Nitanichi-ru. Beyond the protection of his guardian, Masamoto, Jack was an easier target. Now would be the perfect time to attack. The young samurai scattered. The lead group sprinted off in the direction of the Shakubo, but their way was blocked by the first ninja. Another group drew their bokken to face the second assassin, while the last ninja turned to confront Jack and his friends. Before they could reach for their swords, the ninja flung out his hand, a long chain whipping out with a heavy weight on the end. It struck Saburo in the gut, knocking him to the ground. Yamato, his bokken now drawn, rushed forward to protect his injured friend. He sliced down at the ninja's head, the ninja retracting his manriki kusari with a flick of the wrist, spun its length around Yamato's wooden blade, wrenching the sword from his grasp. He pulled Yamato off balance and sidekicked him in the chest. It happened so fast, Jack could only watch as his friend crumpled against a tombstone. Akiko flung herself in front to defend Yamato, but the ninja ignored her and bore down on Emi instead. The daimyo's daughter threw up her guard as the assassin blasted her with a devastating combination of punches and kicks. She managed to defend herself against the onslaught, retaliating with a desperate roundhouse to the head. But the ninja blocked it, catching her leg with one hand and sweeping her to the ground. As Emi rolled away between 2 gravestones, the ninja wound up his chain for the killing blow. He launched the weighted end at her. Without regard for his own safety, Jack jumped between them and cut down with his bokken. The chain wrapped round the blade, causing the lethal weight to stop short of Emi's heart. Before the ninja could whip the bokken out of his hands, Jack thrust it between the 2 graves, jamming the weapon into place. Caught off guard by the move, the assassin struggled to untangle his chain. Jack seized his opportunity and launched a spinning hook kick at the ninja's head. Disoriented from the blow, the assassin stumbled into the mist-laden undergrowth and disappeared. Let's go, urged Akiko. She grabbed the winded Saburo and with Yamato hauled him up the path towards the safety of the Hall of Lanterns. Thank you, Emi gasped as Jack helped the daimyo's daughter to her feet. Thank me when it's over, said Jack, quickly unwinding the chain from his sword and discarding the heavy manriki kusari into the bushes. Jack and Emi hurried after their friends. Who are they? What do they want? Cried Emi, her face pale with shock. I think they're after... But Jack didn't finish his sentence. The ninja's manriki kusari shot out in the darkness and wrapped itself around his throat. Letting out a strangled cry, he was yanked off his feet and dragged into the depths of the graveyard. Akiko, hearing his cry, ran back to save him. Half choking to death, Jack saw her leap into the air, cartwheeling over his body to land a front kick in the ninja's chest. The assassin dropped his weapon as he was forced into close combat with Akiko. Jack pulled the chain from his neck and staggered to his feet. For a moment, Akiko seemed to be overpowering her attacker. Then the ninja thrust a spear hand strike into a nerve point beneath her shoulder. Akiko's entire left arm went slack and her eyes widened in panic. With her arm useless, She was unable to defend herself properly. The ninja wound up to strike. Jack only had seconds to react. Recalling his time on board ship, throwing mooring lines round dock bollards, he spun the ninja's chain above his head and released it. The chain sailed through the air, wrapping around the ninja and binding his arms to his side. With the assassin immobilized, Jack knocked him to the ground, pulled free the saggio cord from his sail. With a few deft twists of the cord and a self-tightening gunner's knot, he had the ninja's wrists bound behind his back. "That should hold him," said Jack, running over to Ikiko, who was rubbing her paralyzed arm. "You're right. I'm fine, it's already loosening up." With Jack's attention focused on Ikiko, the ninja silently flipped to his feet. Letting out all his breath and relaxing his muscles, he shrugged off the slackened Manriki Kusari. "Watch out!" Akiko cried. Jack looked back over his shoulder. "Don't worry, he can't do much harm with his hands tied behind his back." The ninja laughed. Jumping to the air, he brought his feet up and brought his arms back through his arms. The ninja laughed. Jumping into the air, he brought his feet up and back through his arms. He landed neatly, his bound hand now in front. Jack and Akiko exchanged a look of amazement. Then, realizing the danger they were back in, sprinted away. "Hurry!" shouted Akiko, catching up with the others. "He's right behind us." "Not that way!" warned Yamato, as another ninja dropped from the trees to block their escape. This assassin, a tanto blade glinting in one hand, headed directly for Jack. Through the slit in the ninja's hood, Jack could see a single emerald green eye glaring at him. Jack's blood ran cold. It was Dragon Eye. So, young samurai, we get to meet Dragon Eye in the Way of Fire. I hope you can sleep well tonight. Sayonara.